Okay, welcome traders. Wanted to go over this trading method with profiling for you today and give you some examples. I've scrolled back in the chart here to February 27th. This is 28 right here. And this is kind of like a volume box method. And I'm using a 6,000 tick chart. And I recommend that you use a tick chart because what you need to do is see a lot of trading activity, which you won't see on a minute chart. I go over that in the candlestick video that I have. And the basic idea is you want to find areas that have a lot of trading in them. So there's like a box right here, and if I get a rectangle and I kind of draw it around this thing right here, see how there's kind of like a box around this. You can see all these bars lined up. This goes against a lot of things that I learned early on in trading. If I've watched a lot of Sam Seaton videos, and he would say, hey, you want, very few bars. Price should stay there very, not very long, and should fall away real quick. And I'm in agreement with the fall away real quick. I've kind of explained multiple times, how I find big long bars to be weak bars because price tends to reverse and go through them real easy. But so this is a box right here on the volume. I don't want to beat the other piece. This right here, probably not enough price action, right? Not enough bars, and we're using a tick chart, and so it kind of gives you a signal of how much trading has happened in an area. There's like 5 bars maybe right here inside this box. It's kind of questionable. This is on the border. You really want to, the better trade is going to be with a whole bunch of bars all lined up across each other. And let me show you how this works. And also notice that this isn't a super great example because you have a lot of trading down below and you have a lot of trading up above. But it's better if they're all as much lined up as they can. So let's walk through this. So the trading rules are that you're looking for a point. You're going to use 2 points of a stop loss, 1 point target, and I have this little tool over here, and from here to here is a point, 95.75, 96.75, and then 97.75. So this is 2 points, and we'll use this to kind of just measure things on the screen and get a rough gauge. So if I profile across this section, right, high volume point, the point of control right here, and if you look when it comes up and hits it, you get way more than 2 points of a move off of that point right there. I'm gonna go and pull this guy over here, right? And you can see from here all the way over, you've got a nice profile right there. And if we go put this, see how it goes right down to 2 points, boom, and then it's right back up. That's why my 2 points of a stop loss. Sorry, it's early. 2 points of stop loss and then back up. What do you think right here? You think this is a pretty good spot? There's quite a few bars lined up across there. And if you profile that, this one's kind of questionable just because it fell away and came back and touched this one and then came back and touched this one, but it works pretty good. And there's, there's a point on each side kind of showing you. So it's not an absolute, it's not perfect. There's going to be different ways to profile everything. You need to kind of adjust it, right? You've got 6 bars or so right here just in that little piece rather than all the way across, and maybe that would have been the better place, but so you kind of have to adjust it. But there's definitely volume way up there. And it had the little test right here. And it's better if price were to move away and not test it and then come back to it. And we'll find some examples of that. Because once you test an area, I consider it a little bit more weaker, and that price will push actually through it. And then if that was the case, then the next level that we would have would be all the way down there. And you can see how that lines up. So let's look across this thing. You can actually see there's a high volume area right here. It's not going to be this one, but you can look across and it's right here. Nothing right there. So, okay. Try and keep my tools with me as we scroll along here. There's a big old gap right there. This one, it's kind of questionable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 6 bars right there. Let's take a look and see. Not enough to stop it. I don't know. So it's just kind of questionable. How about this one right here? A little bit light, a little bit thin. You really want to see a big bulk. You can see that it tried to play this level, failed. But you've got kind of 2-tier trading right here. But if you look at this one, pull our guy up, you're within the 2-point stop loss. You get 2 points to the downside right there, right? Probably not enough bars right here if you profile though across here. You kind of want to have a bigger profile for this. This is 2-sided right there, but you got quite a bit of bars right here. See what it looks like. You don't quite get the pullback off of it. You can see that it tried to work, and you would have eventually got stopped out. But maybe on the first touch, you get the point right there. You get the 1 point back if it touched it and actually pulled back right there. You almost get it right there, but it doesn't quite reach the 2 point until it breaks out. Plenty of time to get out and change your mind. And I'm doing a lot of chart work here just to try and pull us across. 2-sided, you got range on top of range. I don't know. This is kind of sparse right here. I don't think I would have did that one, but yeah, it's all the way up there. You do get a bounce right here, but again, I'm trying to show you what the safer stuff is something with a lot of trading in it. You've got one kind of right here, it kind of goes back quite a bit. And whether or not you would have made the 2 points right there on the, would have knocked you out. This one probably wouldn't have taken. You would have had to get in on this one right here, right before the bounce, because it's already tested this area, right? And you would have got your, you would have got your points out of it right in front of it, but, but once it tested this way and actually moved away, this level's done for. Your next level would have been, down here. And if you look across right here, you would have had the 1 point and then it would have went the other direction, right? So that one would have worked down there across that one. And you've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got like 8 bars all stacked up right across that one area right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a pretty decent little section maybe right here. Can you see it all lined up? And if you were to put that on there, you take a point of heat and you get more than your fair share right there on the other side. Probably not enough bars right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Probably not enough bars. How about this right here? Look at this. Can you see the box around that guy? It's a little bit right in front of it. If I pull it over, it gets better right there. Point of heat. There's the bounce. A lot of times these big ranges, you can pull them all the way across. You can see how it starts to show up on the top up here. And that's where probably that level came from. Let me just pull this back in. You can see, you got all these bars stacked up across here. You've built that volume all the way across here. Tested through. The next level is like up here, right? I think we already did this one, but so you would have took, 1.5 points of heat and you got your move right there. Just going to play it forward. You can already see that one, right? As we pull it across all the way. See how much volume's built up across there, and when it comes back, it falls through. This is the movement, right? This little hook pattern. I don't have an arrow, but obviously took no real heat right there, and it continued on. How about this right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 bars right here. This probably isn't a good one just because it kind of tested it a whole bunch right here. But you can see it's the idea, right? How about right here? Look at all these all stacked up right here. And there you go, right? Just moving along. Okay. You got to be patient. You got this down here. You got a couple tests maybe already down here, but probably doesn't work out for you, right? There's a failure. You kind of already had these 2 test of it right here. Not wonderful. How about across the top though? What's the top look like? And I lost my measure tool. So you take a point of heat and you get your trade right there, right? And things are going to get crazy here. And let's move the tool. This one's tough. You know, it might work out, but it's got that slope to it. You know, you got all the volume right here, but it does work out for you. How about this right here? See this little group right here? And there you go. How about you got a nice little stack right here? You actually have a huge stack all the way across here. And just notice I'm kind of just doing this little profile thing here where all these bars all line up. And you know, you get 2 point plus bounce off of that. So you can see that bounce right there. Now we're back on the trail going back up. Not happy about any of that. There's probably stuff. If we get crazy, right? Two-point stop loss, get your move. Right? You could probably even refine it, maybe, I don't know. There's kind of a block around that. It's still same area. Still same area. Like right here, all the way across, you see all that. Take like a little bit more than a point. And there's your trade. I'm just gonna delete that, delete this. So running on 18 minutes, you guys. Video's getting long, but you can see we were all the way back here in March. So the exercise would be to do exactly that. Roll back in time, go forward in the chart, prove it to yourself, back test it. I had to take a drink there. Back test it, roll it forward, and I'm going to show you I think I can show you that this which is current right now this morning just happened. 59.50, 56.75. So this is over on my other chart. Let me shrink it up, pull it over. So here's my trading chart. You guys have all seen this before, my crazy lines. So right there, my 2000 tick chart, all these bars lined up. Had my line right there. And here we are down here at the bottom. Let's see if it bounces and goes right here. But just to show you, it's happening right now. hopefully that gives you an idea. But yeah, so go profile some stuff, prove it to yourself. Take your profile, draw it across, find where all the bars overlap, big sections. You've got big sections right here. And take the trades. How about this guy right here? Look at these levels sitting down here. I already have them. Let's go look at this right here real quick. See all the bars all overlapped right here. Where did it trade to last night when it opened? Boom. And there was your trade right there. So I hope it gives you some kind of rules around, understanding some of the profiling. I like a lot of bars for the major levels. That was one of the problems with last Friday. I think it was right. I think it was the 20th, 21st. 21st was right in here. So take a look at this right here. We'd already made this trade down into this area and bounced up. And there wasn't really any volume except for down here. And so I was reluctant to call anything for a level. And it's because of, nothing really fit the criteria. We'd already kind of traded up into all the range, and we were just sideways. So that's why I didn't have any calls on Friday. But we'll have some calls this morning. Anyways, video's getting long, and I just want to give you that technique so you can practice that today.